This is day 837. The Arukh HaShulchan Yom. If you'd like to sponsor, come and share more. The Arukh HaShulchan, please contact me directly. Very greatly appreciated. They were doing Siman Tafkuf Lamed Sif Base Tafkuf Lamed Sif Ches, and the type of Chol Moed base. That's what we're saying about the Tosfos Shem Chagiga Barosh. And the Mukha Yosef Reish Moed and the Chosim Esmachta Ba'alma. Everything about Chol Moed is a smachta. But Nino, there was smachtas Ikari the Rabbanan. The primary prohibition of Malacha on Chol Moed is the Rabbanan. Here's the Ram Yerushalmi. That's this from Yerushalmi and Moed Cotton. Shama Sham Shos Malacha Ma'asu Malacha. They should ask with Torah. They forbade Malacha, so people should learn Torah. So that's how much goes by each paragraph. It seems all the same thing. Chol Shamoid Ava Pishlan Emar Bo Shabbosan. Even though Chol Moed is not called Shabboson, the time to desist from work. How many Krami Kodesh Mikra Kodesh is called a holy day? Harei Uzman Chagiga B'Mikdash, and the base of Mikdash should bring Karbanos Chagiga. Also, Yas Malacha, it's forbidden to do Malacha then. They shouldn't be like another weekday. Shemen Kushalav, we have no holiness whatsoever. Both of Malacha Asura, somebody does Malacha which is forbidden on Yontif. On Yontif, Maginas on Makas Maris, we give him Malkus. They say Yisura Miti Person because it's a Rabbana. Not below Malacha Sabado Asurbo, Yontif, not all work is also on Yontif. Shavin Yom, Dvarim Shenasubo, Kadesh Lo Yek Yom Chol. The final analysis, the things which are forbidden on Chol Moed are things which will make it clear that it's not a weekday, the whole dover for everything. Some malachos some mutter, some are also. Gimel. Avdas Ramban Rashba. B'chein Mevurim Divrei Rashbam. All of them hold. B'chein Udas Arif Reish Ben Cotton. The Rif as well. Fimash Kasav Atuv Sim Tov Kuflan Vav. Sheyesh Machos Daraisa. I think which are also Daraisa Chomboy. Bialacha writes that many posts go that way. According to this, if there's a suffix in Melechas Chomboy, you have to be machmir because it's suffix in Daraisa. In any event, you shouldn't be so quick to be making unless it's a tzar gadol. In any event, so the Ramban and Rashba and the Rashbam and the Rif hold Armos the rice man kol she'eno davar of it, something which is not going to be a loss. Eno tzarich more. It's not necessary for Chol Moed is also. Yesh yikshu those asking yesh looking b'Torah. Are there such distinctions in the Torah itself? Bishlam amanda dora shemasel kosel chami nicha. Okay, it was given over the chami to decide. That's good. I was shot at them, but other than Tanoim, the Darshi Stamalis, or the Darshan, just generically a prohibition. I mean, Kroy, like the pub sukim we said, we know how can you draw such distinctions in the rice if they're not explicit? Avobama sounds shapir, but it really works out well. The Baal Korach Kenu must be his way. Deem them are the Issakum of Yontif. We're going to say the prohibition is the same as Yontif. Lamaksi Bracha Yom Rishon B'Yom Hashi. Why is the prohibition only stated explicitly for the first and last day? But it's a Mukhrach Midrashos, and the prohibition is compelled by the Drashos. And Mela, the Chibrusha is what it must mean. The Rishon B'Shvi Kol Melech Sabbath Lo Sasu. First and seventh day, any Melech Sabbath may not be done. Avol Chol Moshe but on the Chol Moed, Lav Kol Melech Sabbath. Not all Melech Sabbath is also. Yesh Yisurim, Yesh Maturim, some also, some Mutter. It's not with Davra of it, but Tzarech Yontif Mutter. Makes sense to say something which is going to be, you're going to stay in the loss. And something which is not, so Yontif are Mutter, Bashar also, and everything else is also. Zeshem Yerushalmi they should ask with Torah. That which Yerushalmi says in Torah. Shkom Kom Yesh Yesem Malachas Shemina Torah Mutter. It's because there's some malachas which the rice are mutter. They shame Davra of it because it's going to cause a loss. Chamasu Chachamim forbade them nonetheless. And they had Torah Chamuru because of the additional toil. Which is as we shall see much later. And these they said that the Torah allowed them, but Rabbanan asked them. I raised him and Tov Kuf left that on a test. Dalit Chol Moed have a chil v'kavdo k'tzas machol mishte ubeged sheinish l'chol. It's a bit of an obligation to honor it with food and drink and a non-weekday garment. Not a yontif garment, but not a weekday garment. The Mishnah says Mariel wore his Shabbos frock, his kata, on Chol Moed. Ram sounds on Chol Moed. Besides the Shana Rabbah, there is no minute to wear Shabbos clothing. Mariel, who did that, did it for on his own personal conduct. Nevertheless, it has to be a little bit more than a weekday. It's a soil the minute again against among young Abrichim is to wear their frock oil of Yontif, including Chol Moed, Of course, Chassidim, where the Strimel and Becker show all of Chol Hamoed. Anyway, back turning on. Continuing on, Das Rabbeinu Avadia Bartanura. Pergam with the others, according to the Bartanura, the Nam Chaos Modos Chomoika. It says something Chaos Modos. He's Chayim Misa. That is going to Chol Hamoed. Even though not like Shabbos Yontif, Mikom Kom Adam Yichol Beina. It's said to be more significant than a weekday. The table called is set on the table. There's Chomoid Kibiyontif. Oreish Perk Dal Sukkah Ambu Hala Vasim Chashmani Yomi Vasi Sarsbem. Say Hala and you're supposed to be rejoice all 8 days, and now it's a fast no Chomoid. Make it a Chol Pas B'Dafka. You're not supposed to specifically eat bread. Come Yesh Lechol Pas unless it's good to eat bread. Tabi Yosi Del Cup. It's more honoring of Chol Hamoed. It says it's a mitzvah to be koveh suda on bread once a night, once a day. Chol Hamoed, similar to the Chol Yontif itself. Wow. Yesh l'chocha mechazik yisur melacha in mishloach. A rav for try and fortify his congregation in keeping this melacha. Chacham shas dav avi shushi putzim chol melachos. Which you put one chacham asks even davra avid, because in his shtot, in his town, people were going overboard and being matir with melachos and chomoed. Ein chacham acher yachol latil them. Another chacham can't come in and say, "Well, I'm matir it." Tough kuf lamrav din giluach b'chol hamoed, shaving on chol hamoed. Giluach was these first us chol hamoed, now to shave or take a haircut on chol hamoed, whereas even by non-Jew, Avagav the Zot, non-Jewish barber, Avagav the Zot tzarich yontiv, even though it seems to be tzarich yontiv, the nivel lo lech begodo soros, it's degrading to go with hair which is long. Become tzarich mishin murg. It's also causes anguish. Somebody who's not accustomed to it. Come yachol l'galech chol hamoed. You could have shaved before yontiv. On the contrary, mishum zeguf also. That's what also. That's why it's also shave chol hamoed. It's a godly type of ever, because when you shave and get your haircut erev yontiv, you cover it because the honor of yontiv. If you allow him to wait chol hamoed, kol echad b'mnei tir daso kol marego. Anybody, because everybody, because they're too busy before the yontiv, put off the haircut. Yachol hamoed till chol hamoed. He writes, Chatchilu should not take a haircut. Not shave after Zman Mincha on Yontif when time is pressing him. He can rely on the opinion of the posting that he can go all the way till Mincha Ketano and be the entire day. Sharatzion writes, if you're might said if you were if you took a haircut within 30 days, I guess that's going to be covered a rego. So, because being disgusting is more than 30 days growth. But in our countries, that the minhag is to use scissors, and even after you have a haircut, there's still hair left. So I guess you have to take a haircut every face, no matter what. So you even got a haircut within 30 days. Okay. Base. Times that also if you have credit a rego, therefore it's also you mean to show you before you have to. And you have to shave again chol every beard growth. Also, it's forbidden. So you shouldn't see people shaving on chol hamoed. Therefore, even if you were compelled to not shave before you have to, you have a possibility. You're sick. It's hard for you to shave. When you swap a chol hamoed, you got healed chol hamoed. Actually, because you even though according to strict level, we could permit him to get a haircut. Nevertheless, the name Maris Ayin also, because Maris Ayin we forbid it. Not everybody knows that he was compelled or sick. They couldn't take a haircut. Or he has to take another haircut because of his heavy growth. But also, if you forbade it, even in those circumstances. Those chacham allows you to shave on chol hamoed. In this case, is the Mishnah Berurah brings down that the Bialach brings down that they can eat even by a Jew and even in the normal derech without a shinoi. But then he says it's still tzarchim. Not clear about it. Let's see what Arukh HaShulchan said. I don't think it makes a distinction. V'lo yeh mizeh kilkul achem natir. And with these people, there's not going to be destructive for other people. In other words, that they might put up the haircuts that we allow for these people. Like we learned in the third paragraph, the people who can shave machal moed. Mishiatza beis Yeshiva, somebody came out of being captive or by another another nation or bandits. Mishiatza beis Yeshiva, somebody came out of prison. Didn't have time to shave or a haircut before Yontif began. Uh, I'm not sure if I read this line. In the middle it says, because when we know these are cases where we know that he didn't shave before. Why he didn't shave before Yontif? He didn't say kilkul achem not. People will get we'll calculate if we allow this. So the Sharatzian says that the main reason we're mounting these is not because it's known that they are exceptions, but rather because their onus, the compelling circumstances, are clear and evident and much more obvious than anybody else's. I guess they're more compelling. And Mishnah also writes that this if you come out on Erev Yontif right before nightfall. When you come out, if you came out of prison with all of these things, it's still time to shave, even though you personally did not have time to shave. Then be also to shave a chol moed. The Bishop of Arukh HaShulchan continues. Beis Hasurim. Something to show you saw. Even was in a Jewish prison. They let him shave there. Nevertheless, anybody knows if somebody is there, his heart is a state of sorrow. He can't. He doesn't have the mind to cut his hair because of his anguish. Somebody who was put into cherem. It says if the censorship puts in his kadmonim in ancient times. Trustlu Kalech is not allowed to shave when he's in the cherem. Bitil and do a brega, they allowed him to come out of his cherem. Hani Yontif, Abish Yochel Vakish couldn't brega shetil, even though he could have requested that they allow him out of his cherem before Yontif. Hani she says Dina. Why was he put in cherem? Because he wasn't adhering to a ruling of basis. So now a second before Yontif to adhere to that ruling. He waited until Yontif. Kaka muta das ram, and nevertheless Ram holds its muta. It says only if there's no opportunity to be martyred for him before Yontif. Which is mani dionim shagato regels such as the 30 days of Stam Nidui extended into the Yontif. They could have released him to the cherem before Yontif. Lo bikesh, he didn't ask me kodem. For Yontif also, it's forbidden to shave on Chol Moed. Zeu derech HaYerushalmi. Yerushalmi's approach. Shabura says that Chatchila it's best to be machmir, but you can be mekel. I don't think people came nowadays, so I'm not sure when it applies. That v'chemish and nodar somebody who took a neder, not a vow not to shave. Yerushalmi Chol Moed, and he was nullified his vow Chol Moed. Gamkein Rambam. Avsha Yochel Yishol Kolam Aregel. He could have gone to a chacham before the Yontif and nullified his nether. So still is allowed to do it, allowed to shave Yontif. Torah, according to Torah, no. The Avka Shlo Yochel Yishol Kolam Aregel. It's only if he was not able to be matir nether before Yontif. So she didn't find who be matir his nether. But he found the Loni Shal. He didn't ask. He can't shave a chol moed. V'yureli, Arshon says, seems to me the Zelkshin Yishar Etzlo Kodem Aregel Latir Nidro. That this is, I'm not sure that's the right word, but that's when he already planned from before Yontif to be Matir Neder. Avim Kodem Aregel B'dai L'Kainish, before Yontif he really wanted to fulfill the Neder. But on Yontif the Neder became too heavy for him. Vitir and there was Matir Neder. Kamatur might have said that someone make a shaya yochel atir kolam regel. Those two would also concede that's not called you could be matir for Yontif. Avish because of you chaygam still Rosh. Those who wrote that even in such a case, the Rosh holds the Vatur as well. Also it's forbidden smoking Avram and Darchei Moshe Rabbeinu Yerucham. Because of the Zenyer, that's a Rambam Ikar, and they think that the Rambam Oh, it's a separate thing. But they wrote nevertheless that they think the Rambam's opinion is correct. He could have done it before Yom Tov, but still mutter on Chol Hamoed. Arukh HaShulchan says, no, I think the Russian Torah Moda that it's okay in this case, where he changed his mind on Yom Tov. Chemash Yerushalmi. So it seems that way from Yerushalmi, the Marian Shal Yobadai couldn't regularly Shalom Nidro. As the only time it's shaykh to Aser is when he had in mind to be matzah in there before Yom Tov. Shebikesh Pesach below matzah. Well, that's that their discussion is about a case where he could have been matzah before Yom Tov, but he tried to find a Pesach opening, which he matzah in there, but he couldn't find a Pesach or Charata, whatever the case. Well, Charata must have had, but he couldn't find Pesach, couldn't find a Chacham. So that's Machlokes 2 and Rambam. But in a case where he didn't have in mind to be matzah for Yom Tov, then he could matzah, and then Yom Tov even according to the tour. Hey, so too, and then shave. So this time it comes to this chomoid, Shadam, before some it's well known. Other Krabi comes to a short distance, also low, because not everybody knows that he came from the road. It writes, anything outside the city is called from a distance, even though it's not a long distance. Which really is at Sarchil. Even if it became a distance Erev Yontif, got him alive before nightfall. V'leila shus b'yom megalech. He didn't have time to shave. Mutar leich l'moy is allowed to shave b'chol moy. Davka shleil makom mishuv kanim Yontif. It's only if he wasn't in a settled place before Yontif. Or if he was a place to settle, kon shavar derech yishuvim. So he's going through communities. El sharev Yontif v'leila makom yishuv. But in Erev Yontif, he didn't have a place where he could, take a break. Where he could shave. Then he could shave b'chol moy. But he passed through a town where he could have taken a shave Erev Yontif. Also, is now taking a shave Chomoy. Kein Davish Lobam means Siosas Melch Yisrael Chutzlarts, the shame Asek or Rosmane Chavero, Koshkin Var Mitzvah Til Ba'alma. Also, when he didn't come in this trip from Eretz Yisrael, Chutzlarts for the purpose of business or to greet a friend, or somebody comes to Dvar Mitzvah, but only just for a tour, as a tourist. He's just going as a tourist. They didn't allow him to shave. Shouldn't have just a tourist from Eretz Yisrael Chutzlaretz. Chutzlaretz Eretz Yisrael, from Chutzlaretz Eretz Yisrael, or Eretz Yisrael, or in Eretz Yisrael, Chutzlaretz, or from Chutzlaretz into Chutzlaretz. I feel Til Ba'am, you're just going for a tour. Mutar Galech, if you come, if you're busy every Yom Tov, you can shave on Chomoy. Also, these people allowed them shave. That's not for us. They should not shave in public. But in private. Maybe people don't know that he got this heter. They'll come to make a mockery out of Shem Chomoy. This is a fascinating case. If you have a child who's born on Chomoy with a lot of hair, Esav, you have to shave him. If he was tan cotton or even any cotton, but he's less than 13 years, Yom Echad, 1 day old, came and bar mitzvah, mutar gacho feel for Esya. Mitzvah came to get hair in public. Because everybody sees he's a minor. There's worse than I was not sure. Maybe if the cotton looks like a gadol, can't be made over for Esya. Anyway, there's a Chashul Zelk Shieshlo. Harbe Sotz and a lot of hair, has anguish, but it's called for the necessity of Yontif. Otherwise it's forbidden. And Yehudi B'chon Osir, you're not allowed to give a haircut to a non-Jew, no matter what. Unless you have anything to eat. Like all malachas, in that case we allow you to work on Chomoy. Like we'll see intense Simon from here. Avel, an Avel whose 7th day comes on Shabbos, which is Erev Yontif, he can shave on Chomoy. Boys brothers in Takmach, also be dealt with. Chaim Bali Chuvas, Shadakim Legalech because some with Chuva. Interesting. People are doing Chuva, they take haircuts. Mutar Gachel Chomoy, you can Tishen Chomoy, which is mitzvah Chuva. Okay. Moshe says it's true even if you could have done tshuva before Yontif and shave for Yontif. V'gam zehu davar mvusam l'rabim. Arukh HaShulchan says because it's also famous and known people. The law so they could call people not going to come to mess up l'hakel in gulach moed to allow shaving stam on chol hamoed. Zayin hanazir v'amitzayra. Obviously not nogeh b'zman hazeh. Person who's nazir or mitzayra forbidden to cut their hair. She is mati lachtan whether the time to shave came. Bein b'kodim regel whether before the yontif bein toch regel or during yontif. Mutar galech allowed to shave a chol hamoed. Shleishu korban so shouldn't tarry and bring their kabbalas. Chayotzim b'tumah tara, anybody who merges from tumah to the state of tumah to the state of tara with the chol hamoed is allowed to shave a chol hamoed. Anshi mishmar beis hamikdash sheshom mishmar chol hamoed, and people who the Kohanim were in the mishmar and the Beis Hamikdash, and they were not. Their mission was only over during Chol Hamoed. Thank God they also have to shave. Because now they have to shave during their mishmar, during their watch. And Elu Kumfusan Rabbi is also say like they're well known to the masses. Ches called them Mutali told Safel Chol Hamoed. Anybody can remove the hair from their lip of Chol Hamoed. Beina Sayar B'Shemakim Achila, whether it's food hair which impedes eating. Bein Shein Cave, whether it doesn't impede. Even if it doesn't beat bein betar, both with a razor the time or a scissors. The saying giluach shlesul chol hamoed, this is not the hair cutting they forbade on chol hamoed. Not the hair cutting which is forbidden with the razor either. Mr. Shatzion says that it has to be something which adorns and fixes the body and is therefore tzarech hamoed. Not it's usher. Magavram, however, seems to say that the only usher shaving, cutting the head, well, actually the whole head. But all other limbs would be mutter to cut, and he leaves it sarki and ksas. Mishabur writes that the Maggid of Bram is that the hair of the hair of the head, is also removed even for the purpose of dealing with a wound. Chayodim is matter. In any event, wherever you can take off the hair before Yontif, for deal with that wound, perhaps it should not be mako. Actually, I jumped the gun on that because that's the next Arukh HaShulchan. Certainly for a wound, you're allowed to shave. Allowed to shampoo. And Moshe says, certainly allowed to rinse, allowed to shampoo. Least and to comb. Rosh, the head, even if though some hair is going to come off when you comb, that's not the forbidden shaving for Chol Hamoed.